I just love this screen. Now, when we lived in Alberta, the colors were this glorious, and even more so. And the farther north you went, like Northwest Territories or Alaska, the more magnanimous they were. Uh, would be driving home from Edmonton, and we lived like in the middle of the province. And at some evenings, the sky would be full of these dancing lights, and they're spectacular to see. They really are breathtaking. Now, unfortunately, we didn't take any pictures, which wouldn't have shown much. Well, it would have, you know, frozen a picture in time. But I wish we had the foresight to at least snap some pictures. If you're there I go with that again. If you're ever traveling and you have a mind to go to Alaska, if you're in the United States, or to the Northwest Territories, or even Alberta, Northern Alberta, St. Paul and up, do so. Trust me, you won't be disappointed. And I love this. I find this background is very calming. I mean, although it's brilliant, it's extremely calming. And this is exactly what we'd see. And we'd have to pull the car over and watch for the longest time. And describing them to somebody doesn't have the same effect as actually seeing them, the Northern Lights. Now, I think a background like this would be wonderful for like a relaxation video. Is it ASMR, AMSR? I forget the four letters. But I think it would be, because it is very calming to me. What causes them? I've never spent the time to look them up, which is strange that I haven't, because the teacher in me is looking everything up, but I will. But for the next time I come on, I did one of using this background the other night, and stupidly, I deleted it. I don't know why. I just want to say one thing. You know, maybe call me Switzerland, but I didn't come on here to fight with anybody. I get people get upset about things said about them, but I'm not going to meet any of you people. So, I mean, I think it's Barnyard. She's got a different name now. Said I was crazy or something. Okay. I've been called better or worse by better. You don't know me. And I'm sure other people have said other things. Really? How's that going to impact my life? Do you think I'm going to go and chew my socks in the corner and melt? No. I came on here to watch videos. I support everybody that I follow. I'm taking no sides in any beefs, really. It doesn't involve me. If you have something to deal with it. And of course, with family, you have to have fighting and beefs, right? That's the whole point of it. It's just I wish there was more love than hate. And I know that's ridiculous sounding, but I don't, to me, it's pointless. You know, there's so many bigger issues in this world, like COVID. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that word, but see, it's alive and it's getting worse. You know, a friend of ours who's been jogging his whole life has run the Boston Marathon. He lives in Connecticut with his family. Uh, has run the Boston Marathon almost every year for like the last 30 plus years straight. And they went to like a Christmas sale where you can buy things like that are made, like tea towels and this and that and the other thing. They caught it. Their adult son and daughter were with them. The four of them got it. He is not going to make it. He was on a ventilator for 18 days. And he also, I mean, the man, vitamin check. He takes vitamins every day. Cod liver oil, eats only really healthy. Listen, he's an example of how we should all live. and jogging, and he's in his 70s, like he's a lot older than us, but healthy. I mean, he put anybody that I know to shame. They would come up a couple of times a year, but the man, he's right now he's in a step down unit, but his heart is pumping so fast and they can't slow it down. They tried to give him morphine, liquid morphine, to slow it down, but it's not happening, sadly enough. And unless things turn for the better, uh, I don't think he's going to make it, which is extremely sad as far as I'm concerned, because and I mean, they wore N95 masks, they wore, you know, they used to wear plastic gloves, disposables, washed their hands, showered. They rarely went out. And when they did, it was just to have a brisk walk or they go jogging. He and his wife and his daughter works, she was a professor at Harvard. She's like in between contracts right now, but still, and their son is kind of there. He's working, he builds new computers and he's got a thriving little business going. And he also helps prepare healthy foods for his parents. So anyway, we love them all and we're very distressed to hear this of all people. So, as healthy as you are, please still be careful. Maybe you don't want to deal with that C word anymore, but it's alive and well, folks. They're saying that they're possibly going to put the COVID vaccine like a flu shot and would be required to have it because it's still mutating and still taking on new forms. And where it was weakening, now it's strengthening again. I mean, because I have zero immune system, I basically stay inside. And since I don't want to make this too long, it's really hard. Well, it's hard for me when I stop at anything and it's too long. I usually say bye and that's it. So I wish you all a wonderful Friday. Have a great weekend. And don't worry, I'm always around listening. I try and put like an emoji in the chat or whatever. Still waiting on the other eye surgery, and the right one's really having a hard time. I look like a pirate. I have a patch over the eyeglass on the left side, which helps quite a bit. But they feel that there's no cancer in my throat, a little bit of acid reflux in the stomach, which is nothing, but they took like 14 biopsies last Friday. It's like they poked a sleeping bear. I didn't even know I had acid reflux. It was minimal. But then they went for something that they were supposed to just check the throat. They went all the way down to the small intestine and took biopsies there and in the stomach and the esophagus. I guess business was kind of slow or something. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, no, I mean, it's great news. And, it's good that it's done. But it does still hurt a bit. And it's bound to because I had to get on the aspirin after 5 days. Gosh, in my 30s, I had kind of a heavy stroke. I don't know why exactly, but I've been on, it was warfarin and I couldn't deal with going in weekly for blood work. It just wasn't easy for me to do. So anyway, aspirin and really, I didn't like being off it that long. It makes me nervous. It's not a very strong blood thinner as it is, but I got back on it and I think it's agitating the whole thing right now. I think I mentioned in a video before that a pin for my that my father received for being a professional musician for over 63 years. Started playing the drums. He was 16 when he started. And then all three types of saxophone that there is. He's an accountant by day and professional musician, mainly in the weekends. Christmas, not so much. New Year's Eve and Old Christmas, which is I believe the 4th and 5th, Old Christmas Eve and Old Christmas Day. The Ukrainian, European countries celebrate that. Yeah, he was extremely busy. He'd make about $2,500 to $3,000 on Christmas Eve low. based on his years of experience. And he'd play only he'd work only in or play only in union halls. He had an orchestra, but he preferred just to be a freelance saxophone player. Anyway, I have his saxophone, obviously, and I have his pin, and we can't find it. As the vets said today, there's no way our dog could have swallowed it. He would have been vomiting blood in just minutes. So, but I had a slipper that was missing for about a week, and Mr. pranced out to his dog pen with it one day. We have no clue where its hiding place is. We're kind of wondering if he put it in its hiding place. This dog is devious, I'm telling you, but he's a sweetheart. Anyway, have a wonderful day and a great weekend. Much love to all. I miss you all.